Thank you for tuning in to My GPS to Success. My name is Courtney May. So you're interested in starting your own small business, and maybe you know the exact type of business you want to open, and maybe you're on the fence and you're not quite so sure. Well, either way, you've come to the right place, because we're about to start our video series in which we're going to break down a lot of the different types of small businesses that are out there and really evaluate what it takes to A, start them up, and B, run them consistently. But what I'd like to do today is go over all the different variables we're going to use to evaluate all the different types of small businesses that are out there. But before we do that, I'd like to start off with a statistic. It's at the top of the board and it comes from Bloomberg. It says that 8 out of 10 businesses fail within the first 18 months, or an 80% failure rate. I tend to think that this percentage is a little bit high. I'm not here to question the professionals at Bloomberg. They definitely know what they're doing. But even if we drop that percentage down to, say, 60%, I think you would agree with me that this is still a very scary statistic for any new business owner, knowing that they have over a 50% possibility of failing within the first 18 months. So you may be asking yourself, why is this percentage so high? And what do I need to do as a new business owner to not become a part of this statistic? So why is that percentage so high? I've been around a lot of businesses for a long time. And I noticed something, that when I ask a business owner that didn't do so well and had to shut the business down, what happened? 9 times out of 10, I get the same answer, which is, I thought I knew what I was getting into. But when I finally started running the business and actually getting into the trenches, I ended up spending way more time and way more money than I originally thought. So, as a new business owner, it should be your goal to find out everything you need to know about the type of business that you're going to open, to make sure that there's no surprises. And it's my goal in making these videos to assist you with this process and to show you almost give you like a reality check of what you can expect for the different type of business that you want to open. So the other day I sat down and I wrote out a list of variables that I thought would be helpful and useful to any new business owner when evaluating whatever type of business it is that you decide to get involved with. And I came up with 5 main categories. And the first one is a pretty obvious one. It's time. How many hours a week is it going to take to run the business that you're interested in? I used a range of 10 hours to 80 hours. 10 hours is going to be more for like a part-time business. I have run some retail franchises, and I can tell you that's a pretty typical work week, 80 hours, during the Christmas season when it's super busy and you need all hands on deck. The second thing is startup costs, and I use a range of 0 to 500,000. As a new business owner, you definitely want to get a good idea of where you're going to fall in this range, because let me tell you something, there is nothing worse than having to put more money into your business before you're even open than you originally anticipated. I've been there, and trust me, it's not fun. The third thing is monthly overhead, and this is basically what is it going to take to run your business on a monthly basis. And I used a range of 0 to 20,000. Now, if you're a brick and mortar location in a strip center or in a shopping mall, you're obviously going to have rent, you're going to have utilities or CAM charges, and unless you're planning on running the business yourself, you're going to have payroll. The fourth thing is labor intensity, and I used a scale of 0 to 10. If you're going to run the business yourself, you're obviously going to be a 0, but the more you rely on employees to run your business successfully, the closer you're going to be to a 10. And let me tell you something. The closer you get to a 10, the more stress you're going to have as well. It's just a fact. The fifth thing is, do you have a linear business or do you have a residual business? And this might be a newer concept for some of you, but let me explain. A linear business is a business where you do a job once and you get paid for that job once. A residual business is where you do a job once and you have the opportunity to get paid multiple times. And let me use an example. If a plumber gets called out to a house to fix a leaky pipe, he gives that client an invoice and he gets paid for that job once. Conversely, an insurance agent, if they sell a client an insurance policy on, say, an automobile, a lot of times that client will stay with that insurance agent for many years and just keep renewing every year without ever coming back, without any complaints or anything else. And that insurance agent is making a commission off of that every single month. So that's the difference between those two, and we'll go over more of that as we go along. But that's it for now. I hope you come back and join us again. We're going to have a great video series, and we're going to hopefully give you a lot of information that's useful. Thanks so much for tuning in.